before Matt gonna share his experience, I'm gonna show the audience what Matt looked like before. He had a hair transplant done by me a year ago, and he looks much younger and more handsome. This is where he was. He had a very advanced hair loss pattern. We did 4,855 grafts, and that's a year later. That's before and a year later. Right hand side, left hand side, top view, and you see how advanced hair loss he had. And a year later. Okay, so Matt, can you share the audience what your hair loss journey is?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, probably best investment I've made in myself. I guess didn't really realize how much hair I'd lost until I really started looking into it, and then came in and saw Dr. Diep and did the pre-op, and then really looked at, boy, there's quite a bit of hair loss there. Certainly looking at these pictures now, there's quite a bit of difference. Makes me feel even better about going through the process. Again, I think at the time I didn't realize how much I'd had. I think now it just looks great. I don't have to worry about wearing a hat. You know, our kids have a lot of sporting events and we're outside in the sun, and so now it's a little bit easier just to go out with the hair. You can style it. The wind blows, it doesn't matter. You know, it's just a whole different setup. So it's nice to have a full head of hair again.
Okay, so Matt, can you share your experience on how do you find me, and why did you choose my clinic? And then on the surgery day and the recovery, because it's really important for the audience to understand surgery day and recovery.
A lot of research. So I looked at, really there's a lot of different forums out there on hair loss, and that's where I started. And that's really what it came down to, is watching videos, looking at before and after, finding other people's testimonials, finding ratings on the various hair loss websites. And I think for me, with Dr. Diep, it was everything that you'd posted on your website, the before, the after, the testimonials, just the number of folks that you've done, and how good the results looked. You know, as you look at all the different folks that do, and there's a lot of people that do hair transplant, and I found that there's a handful that I think they're really good, but I think the results that I saw on your website with your patients really kind of stood out to me. And that's why I decided to reach out and come up here and get a consultation. And then during the consultation, you know, you made me feel good about the decision, spent a lot of time talking about it up front, expectations, the process, what to expect going through it. And to that point, well, once the surgery day came, I mean, it was everything that we had discussed. I think as much as you think I'm going to be here for 12 hours and have surgery, it did not feel like that. It went by very quickly. There was no pain during surgery. For me, there wasn't a tremendous amount of pain after surgery. I mean, following the directions that you gave in the clinic here, I think that made a big difference.
How about the swelling and the bruising?
I had some swelling in the face. I think as everything drained, I had a little bit of swelling in the face, but not a lot of bruising. And then just the things that you talked about. I mean, the hair fell out after a few weeks. That was common. I think in all the research you do, that always says hair's going to fall out. The shedding phase. So don't worry.
Was it nervous?
You know, I think I expected it because of our pre-consult, and then doing the research on other people's websites and seeing videos. I think it's pretty common. That's going to happen with everybody. I think there's a very small chance that it doesn't happen, and for those folks, that's great. But I think that's a very small percentage. And for me, I think at about maybe 3 or 4 months, it had grown in probably 75%. Wow. So I think it was at a point where I could go out at that point, and there was no thinning spots. Everything came in pretty uniform, so it looked really good. So I was pretty fortunate to have some pretty quick results.
Did we do ACell on you last time?
We did.
We did. Okay. Great.
Yeah. So the results were great, happened pretty quick. I didn't have a lot of pain, not a lot of pain in the scarring. I had the strip method, but not a lot of pain there. Numbing at first, but that numbing lasted about maybe 3 months, and it just dissipates over time, and now today it's fine. I don't have any sensitivity issues. So for me, the journey has been great. Had a really good experience.
Great. How about anybody in your friend or family know you have had any surgery done? Or colleagues at work?
Yeah. Well, I was pretty open about the fact that I was going to have it done. And a lot of great reactions from folks. I get everything, and from those that I know casually that I haven't told them have it done, a lot of them say you've lost weight, your skin looks better, you look happier. There's a bunch of different things they say. I think because you look younger, and I think you obviously feel better when you have a full head of hair back. So a lot of great reaction from folks that I talked to, and people knew that I was going to have it done. And even those that knew other people that had it done that didn't have as good of results made me feel really good about the results that you gave me here. So a lot of good comments like that I've received over time.
Sure. Thank you, Matt, for allowing me to show the audience your full face and sharing your experience to the audience. And hopefully the audience will learn something from Matt. And again, most clients are really nervous during the recovery phase. You know, when the hair fell off and all stuff, and then they freak out and they call me a lot. And but you know, I do answer my texts and I do call patient back, and we have to. But so I'm not a big corporation. So after surgery, when you're done, you either call the clinic or you have my cell phone, and we can really chat if we need to, or you know, I answer the text. But the important factor is you're gonna go through a phase where you lose hair, and most people get nervous with that.
Absolutely.
But once it you know past that stage, and 4, 5, 6 months later it will grow out.
Yeah.
Now what I found out is the A cells really accelerate the growth, and most of my clients getting that. But for sure, a year time you're gonna have more dense. But you look fantastic and younger too, and more dense.
It looks great. Thank you.
All right, thank you.